Hey everyone, today we've got a new knife for you from Audacious Concept. This is their new Fanglet fixed blade. Let's go ahead and open it up here. So this is going to come in a few different versions, and I'll actually bring those in here in a second. But man, I really like the look of that trailing point. You can see in the box here you also get a fitted, like custom fit Kydex sheath for each one. And it does have a IWB loop there for easy attachment. You can see that it does have a pull the dot release snap. So super easy to detach, but at the same time, you have to pull in specifically the right spot so you don't have to worry about it coming undone accidentally. And it does have some additional eyelets if you want to set it up with any other carry option. So the Fanglet here makes for a great EDC fixed blade, not only because of its compact size, but also because it's running in CPM-MagnaCut steel. I'm sure you've heard of it. It is an incredibly well-rounded steel for everyday carry use. Now on that blade, you can see fullers on either side. That will reduce weight, but also just makes it look even cooler. On the spine, you do have some jimping here as well. And then with it being this trailing point, like upswept, you just have a great amount of places to just place your thumb for any type of slicing or even push cuts. It is very comfortable and utilitarian in that way. You can see that that blade finish on this one is what they call a gray wash. And I'll actually go ahead and bring in the other variants here as well, because there's some changes in the blade finishes and then obviously the handle materials. So these two here in the middle have the same type of blade finish, which is a two-tone. On the flats, you get a really nice, high polished satin. And then on that flat grind on the blade, as well as inside of the fuller, you're getting what they're calling a blast wash. So like a blasted finish, which looks really cool. And then you can see that it is also along the spine as well on those. Then here on this one to the left, we do have a black wash finish. And then the handle materials, these two are both G10, so green and black G10. Then you have a nice semi-translucent Ultem here, and then a nice green canvas Micarta. And picking up the Ultem one here, it's really nice. I don't have to actually disassemble any of these to show you. You can see how skeletonized the inside of that handle is there. So that'll help reduce weight, which is really neat. I'll go ahead and move these off for now, but they will be back. Then you do have Torx hardware holding those handle scales on there. And then on the bottom here, you do have these glow-in-the-dark inserts, and they are actually inside of titanium collars. And the only other one of note here is that on the Ultem one, that titanium is actually anodized blue. The rest are all this plain titanium. Then along the bottom here, you can see that there's also a lanyard pin in case you wanted to set up a lanyard for carry. Then flipping on to the spine, all of these are the same. They do have etchings with Audacious Concept here. They are all individually serialized. That'll be right there. It does have on the blade the etching to show you MagnaCut, and then of course their logo, and that is the same across all of them. I really love the contours on these handle scales. It just makes it ergonomically super comfortable in hand. There's no hot spots, no jagged edges. It's even beveled along the spine, and it is a crowned spine, as you can see, so it actually sticks out a little bit past the handles on both sides. It's hard to narrow down like a favorite part of a knife, but mine would definitely have to be how comfortable this is in hand. I wanted to go ahead and do a quick size comparison. So here's an Esee Izula. You can see they're very similar, and even their blade stock thickness is almost identical as well. While the blade length is pretty similar, you're getting a little bit less cutting edge on the Audacious Concept just because of how that blade is shaped. And I'll go ahead and bring in a ruler to give you some exact measurements. Let's see here. It's about 2 5/8 for the blade length, about 5/16 worth of cutting edge. And then overall, you're right at about 6.5 inches long, just to give you an idea of what we're working with. Then I also want to go ahead and bring in a scale here. So for the green G10, you're a little shy of 3 ounces, about 2.9. The black G10 should be similar. Yep. All right, then let's check out the Micarta. That should shave off a little, about 2.7. And then finally the Ultem, even lighter, about 2.6. And this isn't exactly a fair comparison because the Izula here doesn't have scales on it. But you can see that is a fair bit lighter. Then also, just to give you a reference, how the sheath is. So yeah, at about 1.1, 1.2 ounces for sheath carry. And that is pretty much everything that I wanted to highlight here. I'm a very big fan of Audacious Concept. I started following them because I really love their bit drivers and like their lanyard beads. And as soon as I started putting hands on some of their knives, like the backcountry scalpel, I immediately fell in love. So when I first saw these, I knew I was going to love it. I'd love to know your thoughts on the Fanglet here, and if you plan on picking one up. And as always, if you do want to pick one up, or even just read more about it, there are links in the description box down below. They'll take you on over to GPKNIVES.com. But before you head over, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and stay sharp.